себе. Вот, и мы будем играть разную музыку американских композиторов. Это то, что называется джазовыми стандартами. Это то, что было написано для фильмов, для мюзиклов, на Бродвее, для кино. И мы будем играть разные песни. Это, по-моему, с 30-х годов и до 80-х. Зацепим периоды разные. Yep. Und. И мы начнем с вещи, которая называется Where or When. Эта песня была написана в 1937 году. Ее написал Ричард Роджерс, такой американский композитор. It seemed we stood and talked like this before. We looked at each other the same way, but I can't remember where or when. The clothes you were wearing and the clothes you wore. The smile you were smiling then, but I can't remember where or when. Something that happened for the first time seemed to be happening again. And so it seems that we have met before and loved before and loved before. But who will remember where or when? It seemed we stood and talked like things before. We looked at each other the same way, but I can't remember where or when. The clothes that you're wearing are the clothes that you wore. The smile you were smiling then, but I can't remember where or when. Something that happened for the first time seemed to be happening again. And no, it seems to happen there before and love before and love before. But who will remember where or when? It seemed we stood and talked like this before. We looked at each other the same way, but I can't remember where or when. The clothes that you are wearing are the clothes that you are. The smile you were smiling then, but I can't remember where or when. Something that happened for the first time, or things that be happening again. And so it seems that we have met before in love, before but in love, before. But who will remember when or when? Спасибо. Сейчас мы немножко разгонимся. Мы сейчас сыграем песню, которая называется «Yardbird Suite». Это вещь 1946 года, которую написал саксофонист Чарли Паркер. Вот и все. Буду с одной. Интересное замечание. Ну что, да? It's hard to learn how tears can burn one's heart, but that's the thing that I found out. Too late, I guess, 'cause I'm in a mess. My faith is gone, why leave me on this way? I thought there'd be no price in love, but I had to pay. If I could, before one miracle, I'd survive a third on me. Yeah, I know that it's hopeless, you could never really care. That's why I despair. I'll go alone, hoping someday you'll learn the flame in my heart, dear. Whatever will burn. It's hard to learn how tears can burn one's heart, but that's the thing that I found out. Too late, I guess, 'cause I'm in a mess. My faith is gone, why leave me on this way? I thought there'd be no price in love, but I had to pay. If I could perform one miracle, I'd survive a third on me. Yeah, I know that it's hopeless, you could never really care. That's why I despair. I'll go alone, hoping someday you'll learn the flame in my heart, dear. Whatever will burn. It's hard to learn how tears can burn one's heart, but that's the thing that I found out. Too late, I guess, 'cause I'm in a mess. My faith is gone, bar, leave me all this way. I thought there'd be no price in love, but I had to pay. If I could, before one miracle, I'd derive a thought on me. I know that I'm hopeless, you never really care, and that's why I despair. I'll go alone, hoping someday you'll learn the flame in my heart, dear, whatever will burn. Спасибо. Сейчас мы сыграем тему, которая называется Social Call. Happened to pass your doorways, gave you a buzz, that's all. Lately I thought lots about you, so I thought I'd make a social call. Do you recall the old days we used to have a ball? Now that I'm lonesome without you, I just thought I'd make a social call. I lie and say things are just swell, but to tell the truth, I haven't been too well. If you should try to kiss me, I promise that I won't stop. Maybe we'll get back together, starting with this incidental, elemental, simple social call. Happened to pass your doorways, gave you a buzz, that's all. Lately I thought lots about you, I just thought I'd make a social call. Do you recall the old days we used to have a ball? Now that I'm lonesome without you, so I thought I'd make a social call. I lie and say, oh, things are just swell, but to tell the truth, I haven't been too well. If you should try to kiss me, I promise that I won't stop. Maybe we'll get back together, starting with this incidental, elemental, simple social call. 'cause that's all. Lately I thought lots about you. I just thought I'd pay a social call. Do you recall the old days? We used to have a ball. Now that I'm lonesome without you, I just thought I'd pay a social call. I lie and I say all things I just felt. Better tell the truth, I haven't been too well. If you should try to kiss me, I promise that I won't stop. Maybe we'll get back together, starting with this incidental, elemental, simple social call. Simple social call. Simple social call. So simple social call. Simple social. Спасибо. Spring can really hang up the most. Ой, вас сейчас ждет баллада, очень красивая. Это баллада 55-го года, написанная Томми Вульфом. Once I was a sentimental thing. Threw my heart away each spring. Now a spring romance hasn't got a chance. Promised my first dance to winter. All I gotta show is for my little thing. Spring this here has got me feeling like a horse that never left the post. I lie in my room, staring up at the ceiling. Spring can really hang you up the most. Morning's kiss wakes trees and flowers. Into them I'd like to drink a toast. I walk in the bar just to kill lonely hours. Spring can really hang you up the most. All afternoon, those birds tweet a tweet. I know them too. This is love, this is it. Heard it before, I know the score. Then I decided that spring is a bore. Love seems sure around the new year. Love is April, love is just a ghost. Spring arrived on time. Only what became of you, dear? Spring can really hang you up the most. Love came my way. I thought it would last. We had a day, now it's all in the past. Spring came along, the season of song, full of sweet promise, but something went wrong. Doctors once prescribed a tonic, sulfur and molasses was the dose. Didn't help a bit. My condition must be chronic. Spring can really hang you up the most. All alone, the body's over. Almond winter was a gracious host, but when you keep praying for snow to hide a clover, spring can really hang you up the most. Спасибо. Следующая вещь, которую мы сыграем, это будет свинг. Последний свинг композитора Джерома Керна, самый последний, 46-го года, который называется «Nobody Else But Me». И там чудесный текст про такую безусловную любовь, когда тебя любят просто за то, что ты есть, такой, как есть, со всеми своими светлыми, темными сторонами. И о том, какое это счастье. Это концепция такая, нет, это послание. Подожди, он жене посвятил эту песню, нет? Жене? Вот. Значит, прекрасная история за этим. Я все жду музыки. Хочется поиграть.
Лучше не будет уже.
Я просто так прислушалась к звуку. Попривыкла. Как в зале.
Супер.
no one but me. I'm in love with a lover who likes me the way I am. I have my faults, he likes my faults. I'm not very bright, but he's not very bright. He thinks that I'm grand, ooh, that's grand for me. He may be wrong, but if we get along, what do we care? Say we, but he holds me close, close as we can be. I tend to let that I'm grateful and I'm glad that I'm nobody else but me. I wanna be no one but me. I am in love with lover who likes me the way I am. I have my faults, he likes my faults. I'm not very bright, he's not very bright. He thinks that I'm grand, that's grand for me. He may be wrong, but if we get along, what do we care? Say we. When he holds me close, so close as we can be, I tell him that I'm grateful and I'm glad that I'm nobody else but me. I wanna be no one but me. I am in love with a lover who likes me the way I am. I have my faults, he likes my faults. I'm not very bright, and he's not very bright. He thinks that I'm grand, that's grand for me. He may be wrong, but if we get along, what do we care? Say we, walking on the shore, swimming in the sea. When I'm with him, I'm glad the girl who's with him is nobody else, but is nobody else, is nobody else but me.
Спасибо.
Let's face the music and dance. Попробуй повстать. They may be Let's face the music and dance. Before the feelers have fled, before they ask us to pay the bill, and now we still have the chance. Oh, let's face the music and dance. Soon we'll be without the moon, humming a different tune, and then the teardrop shed. So while the moonlight, music and love and romance, let's face the music. Soon we'll be without the moon, or humming a different tune. Then, oh, there may be teardrop to shed. So while there is moonlight and music and hope and romance, let's face the music.
Спасибо. Эта вещь Ирвина Берлина была 1936 года. Она сейчас автор. Да.
after you've gone. And again. After you've gone and left me crying, after you're gone, there's no denying. You'll feel blue, you'll feel sad, you'll miss the dearest spell of you never had. There'll come the time, then you'll regret it. There'll come the time, don't forget it. Someday, when you grow lonely, your heart will break like mine, and you won't be lonely after you've gone, after you've gone away. After you're gone, after we break up, after you're gone, you're gonna make up. There is finding you were blind to let somebody come along and change your mind. Oh, they'll come again. The kind of weather we'll be together and forever. And then you only grow lonely. Your heart will break like mine, and you and me only after you gone, after you gone away. After you've gone, they left me crying. After you've gone, there's no denying. You feel blue, you feel sad, you feel the dearest pal you never had. There come the time, then you'll forget it. There come the time, then you'll regret it. Someday, when you grow lonely, your heart will break like mine, and you only after you gone, after you go away.
Не могу так долго, кстати.
Мне так хорошо, что я начинаю. Ещё квадрат пошёл.
After you gone and left me crying, after you gone, there's no denying. You'll feel blue, you'll feel sad, that you're the dearest pal you ever had. There'll come the time, so don't forget it. He'll come the time, then you'll regret it. Someday, when you grow lonely, your heart will break like mine, and you want me only. After you gone, after you gone away.
Большое спасибо.
Олеся Ялунина.
Спасибо. Мы этой песней завершили первый сет, и сейчас уйдем на перерывчик, отдохнем и вернемся, сыграем еще. Спасибо огромное, что вы сегодня с нами. Очень здорово.
instrument needs to hear more of himself.
Okay.
Shashank? Okay?
Slightly more, please.
Maybe just roll off a little bit high end. A little more MIDI, sweetheart.
Okay.
That's a lovely sound.
Sweet music to my ears.
In our music, we don't so much change ragas so frequently, but yet, as I said, it's an interesting project, and I'm trying to bring about, a natural movement from one set of chords to the other, with ragas that kind of naturally change into it, with a logical lead and things like that.
When you're playing in the rag-based system, strictly classical, there are certain rules and norms you have to observe. You know, there's a scale, there's an ascending scale, there's a descending scale, and it's serious to kind of stay with that modal content. Though I think the improvisational spirit is universal in all music. I think it's like John was saying yesterday, you know, close the door, throw away the key. Once you're on, you're on.
When I come to play with them, I have to remember the restrictions that are part of the music. There are very clear guidelines. Now, I'm a Western musician, and I take liberties with that. However, I've studied since 1970. I studied North Indian music, I've studied Carnatic music, and had the chance to play with some of the greatest musicians from North and South. And I think out of respect, I had to learn the rules and regulations of Indian music, whether North or South. However, I'm a Western musician. I'm not an Indian musician. I don't want to play Indian classical music. I'm a jazz musician, or fusion, whatever you want to call it, whatever label you want to put on it. And that will always be my first love. That's what I grew up with. But we have such a lot of common ground that the aspect of jazz, particularly the ones innovated by Miles Davis and John Coltrane, this modal kind of jazz, lends itself very well to the Indian classical environment. And this is what I've done over the last 30 years, is adopted these modes in a way to the classical environment. So I know that this raga corresponds to this mode, and that this mode corresponds to this raga, without breaking too many rules. I bend some rules, but I don't try to break rules. But it's definitely different.
It's this wonderful quality that he brings in to the music with the compositions and the demanding precision with which it gets played actually fires and gets the adrenaline pumping with any musician who's been with him. And he is truly working with some unbelievably good caliber musicians on this project. Example, Ranjit Barot on drums, a killer.
John's music was a big influence on all of us. I mean, it really, really changed the way all of us thought about ensemble electric playing. And the fact, I think, that was really interesting for us was there's this person so many miles away echoing these things, you know, as much as any Indian would do on their instrument. And it was a strong identification for me, because being in a classical family, I chose to play the drum set. I think that connection was incredible, that there's somebody playing guitar, but thinking not just like a Western person, but as much as if there was an Indian perfecting that art form on the guitar, it would be like that.
Top, solo. It's on the one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sridhar, I need more Niladri. Do you hear yourself?
And Niladri also.
Can you play? Cheeky bugger. Yeah, I wish I could do that. But we get the bass player to do that. Do you want to do that? You do those hits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Right on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's nice, Shiva. One, two, three, four. Da 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 da. Married. Da 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 da. Okay.
Well, the thing is, it's like, there was a guy, he was supposed to write an essay. So he had studied the subject of river. So this guy who knew this essay of river went for the exam. Now when a person like John approaches you to play music, it's like giving an exam. And then the essay that he tells you to write is of an elephant, which is the Western harmonic tradition. So what do? So I try to understand the elephant, see what are the aspects of the elephant, and then I try and put that elephant in the river. I walk that elephant to the river and then I write the essay about the river. So that is what I try to do.
It would have been impossible to make this recording 20 years ago. Over the past 20 years, the musicians of India, who have traditionally extremely high level of musicianship, a number of them, a percentage of them, are total jazz fans or fusion fans or world music fans, and they play Western instruments. Louis Banks, he doesn't play an Indian instrument, he plays a Western instrument. He grew up as a classical pianist who heard jazz, Herbie Hancock, Chick Corea, all these great players, Oscar Peterson, and was a convert to jazz. In a way, that's what happened to me. I began as a pianist, but playing classical music. And at 11 years old, I discovered the guitar and blues and then jazz, and the rest is history. I abandoned the classical music for that. But for Louis Banks to do it, this is rather exceptional, but it's an indication, I think, of the influence of Western music and the evolution of that in India. And people like Shivamani, and Ranjit Barot, the drummer, they know Western music almost as well as I do, maybe as well as I do. They certainly know how to play their Western instruments as well as any Western instrumentalist I know in Europe or in America. I mean, the level is fantastic. So I think it's part of this whole earth shrinking process that we all can access each other's music. And this is maybe the real fusion of the cultures is happening in the virtual world, and we're just bringing it all together physically.
I grew up learning Western classical music, but my life just turned around when I heard jazz. And from that moment, it was jazz all the way, and it still is now. Well, right in the beginning, that turned me around was Oscar Peterson, George Shearing, but the most influence a musician has had upon me is Herbie Hancock. When I heard Herbie Hancock's music, I said, this is the way I want to play jazz. And the next big guy that really moved me was Chick Corea. So you can find those influences very strong in what I play.
Rolling.
I was very intrigued in my teenage years when in school I used to hear average guitar player play da da ra da ba da 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 na, and like 2,000, 3,000 young guys and girls would da 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 da. They would like rock this phrase. I would wonder. It's okay phrase anyway. As an Indian classical musician, you play a phrase like this, you may play 20,000 phrases in a 2-hour concert, and you will have like 20 heads going, "Wah, kya baat hai, Subhanallah," or all the kind of adjectives, good adjectives that you get. But what is it that is giving that energy to all these young guys and girls? A phrase like this, they don't understand the intricacies of harmony or the notes or the rhythm. It's the sound, and it's the lifestyle attached with that sound. Most of the guitar players influence me a lot, because I am a sitar player, stringed instrument. I like string instruments, and guitar is the closest instrument if you have to have a comparative thing.
fold it, wrap it in. Thanks.
Oh yeah.
How you doing, Louis? Sorry, it's just taking a little bit of time. Just check it's okay.
Jazz with fusion now. That's my life now. And jazz is the thing for me. It's what I call, it's another name for jazz? Freedom. For me, absolutely. It was Zakir Bhai who said, we would like you to play at Abbaji's anniversary this year, and John has written some new compositions, and he's looking for a keyboardist, and we have suggested your name. So I said, okay, thank you very much. And then we came in for rehearsal, and he liked what I did, and that was my first introduction with John. I never met him before, and we played on that day, and John liked what he heard, and after that, John calls me up and said, I want you in the album. Besides being one of the most incredible virtuosos of the guitar, this is a great human being and such a creative person. We are just totally on cloud nine over here, really in the studio. 2 days have passed and the 3 tracks are down, and John is happy and we are absolutely ecstatic. Yeah, so it's beautiful.
I wrote another Karuna. Fantastic. And it's only minor pentatonic. Lovely. Yeah. So you can
Go for it.
I mean, we can try it.
Yeah.
Just see how you like it. 2 minutes.
Beautiful.
Yeah, some different, and it goes in a way. It's like, you know, the idea that we had that I haven't had time to do. We have this thing to do that he sings an alap, then I reharmonize it. I throw the saw away, and I reharmonize it.
With
Real-
guitar, huh? Basically, kicks the tanpura player out.
Yes. We need to get fired.
Sure.
Of course, what the difference is that you only get one raga to sing, but it'll make you think differently, because when I go to that
And
chord,
the other chords,
it's not going to sound like
Correct.
before,
Yeah.
like the raga you're in. You'll be in your mind, you'll be in another raga,
Correct. Yeah.
even though the notes are the same. So we give it a shot. Here's what I said.
I try to listen to the chords that go, and I try to link. I try to identify that one rag that easily flows through a set of chord changes, and which will flow smoothly through these changes. And of course, I think if you have a strong grounding in classical, especially Carnatic music, I think melodically you get a very strong hold on the notes that you're singing, so you can improvise.
Don't sing it. Give him this or that. Okay, we gotta get some little grooves going here. There's a little note that goes. You can play around with it. Just at the end, when you have that little. Yeah. It's like kind of sweet James Brown. Just to get the idea of this kind of groove. It's got the little hits in it, you know? It's nice. makes you move, you know.
Okay, I'll just.
Yeah, just go with
Okay.
just relax with it. But it's true, you know, this little thing. It's a little funky, you know. It's so nice to face you what you do. You know, but don't lock into like
I'll play around it.
mechanical groove.
No.
It's just
I got you.
you get the
We'll feel it.
accents.
I had another thing in mind also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's nice.
Like an old trip hop kind of.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I mean, what
You got it.
you got it or you wrong?
You got it.
You have the disco light here.
Yeah.
Creating the atmosphere with the lights, no?
Yeah. It's like disco.
Ставь на стол, всё равно не будешь.
Можно выключить сам.
Кондиционер. Олег не слышит. Олег! Все слышно. Life is life. Спасибо, что вы с нами. Мы сейчас начнем второе отделение с песни, которая называется All Devil Moon. Ее написал композитор Бертон Лейн в 1947 году, поствоенная Америка. А в 1968 по мотивам этого мюзикла Фрэнсис Форд Коппола снял фильм «Finance Rainbow». Что, попробуем. Мы ее в своей интерпретации. Мгм. I looked at you and suddenly something in your eyes I see soon begin bewitching me. Is that old devil moon that you stole from the skies? Is that old devil moon in your eyes? You and your glance make this romance too hard to handle. Stars in the night blazing their light can hold the handle. Ooh, razzle dazzle you, got me flying high and wide. On a magic carpet ride, full of butterflies inside. Wanna cry, wanna croon, wanna love just like a loon. Is that old devil moon in your eyes? Just when I think I'm free as a dove, old devil moon deep in your eyes blinds me with love. I looked at you and suddenly something in your eyes I see soon begin bewitching me. Is the old devil moon that you stole from the sky? Is the old devil moon in your eyes? You and your glance make this romance too hard to handle. Stars in the night blazing, they're like a holy handle. You razzle dazzle, you got me flying high and wide on the magic carpet ride, full of butterflies inside. I wanna cry, wanna croon, wanna love just like a loon. Is that whole devil moon in your eyes? Just when I think I'm free as a dove, old devil moon deep in your eyes blinds me with love. Suddenly, something in your eyes I see soon begin bewitching me. Is that old devil moon that you stole from the skies? Is that old devil moon in your eyes? You and your glance make this romance too hard to handle. Stars in the night blazing, they're like an hold the handle. Oh, you razzle dazzle, you got me flying high and wide on the magic opera ride, full of butterflies inside. I wanna cry, wanna croon, I wanna love just like a loon. Is that old devil moon in your eyes? Just when I think I'm free as the dove, old devil moon deep in your eyes blinds me with love, with love, love. Спасибо. Спасибо большое. Сейчас мы... сейчас будет песня, которая называется «My Favorite Things». Это 59-й год, отличный мюзикл «Звуки музыки». Посмотрите, Ричард Роджерс, очень красивый, пасторальный такой. Raindrops and roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things: cream-colored ponies and crisp purple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and sweet soup with noodles. Oh, I'll kiss the fly with the moon on the wings. These are a few of my favorite things: girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winter that melt into spring. These are a few of my favorite things: when the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I seem to remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Oh. Raindrops and roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, on brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things: cream-colored ponies and crisp purple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles. Oh, I'll kiss the fly with the moon on the wings. These are a few of my favorite things: girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winter that melt into spring. These are a few of my favorite things: when the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so Спасибо. Спасибо большое. Сейчас мы сыграем, кстати, мы выходим за рамки мейнстрима немножечко. Сейчас мы сыграем вещь Чарльза Мингуса, которая называется Pork Pie Head, Goodbye Pork Pie Head. Ее Мингус написал в 1959 году, а в 1979 Джонни Митчелл написала текст и записала эту вещь на своей пластинке «Мингус», полностью из его тем. When Charlie speaks of Lester, you know someone great is gone. The sweeter swinging music man had a porky pig hat on, a bright star in a dark age when the rabbin stands at 1,000 ways of refusing a black man admission. Black musician, in those days I put me in an underdog position. Salads and chitlins when Lester took him a wife. Arm and arm when black and white, and sun so red and drove them from their hotel bed. Love is never easy. It's short of the hope we have for happiness. Bright and sweet, love is never easy street. Now we are black and white, embracing out in the lunatic New York night. It's very unlikely we'll be driven out of town or be hung in a tree. That's unlikely tonight. This crowd are happy and loud. Children are up dancing in the streets. In a sticky middle of the night, some serenades of taxi horns and fun arcades. Then right or wrong and a neon, every feeling goes on for you and me. The sidewalk is a history book. It's a circus. Dangerous clowns balancing dreadful and wonderful perceptions. They have been handed day by day, generations on down. We came up from a subway and the music made nine makes to Charlie's bass and Lester's saxophone in taxi horns and brakes. Now Charlie down in Mexico with a heel whoo, so the sidewalk leads us with music to do. little dancers dancing outside the black bar. There's a sign up on the awning. It says pork pie head bar. And there's black babies dancing tonight.
Спасибо. Спасибо огромное.
This will be my shining hour, calm and happy and bright. And in my dreams, a fabled flower through the darkness of the night, like the light of home before me, or an angel who's watching on me. This will be my shining hour till I'm with you again. This will be my shining hour, calm and happy and bright. And my dreams, a favorite flower through the darkness of the night, like the light of home before me, or an angel who's watching over me. This will be my shining hour till I'm with you again. This will be my shining hour, calm and happy and bright. And in my dreams, a face will flower through the darkness of the night, like the light of home before me, or an angel is watching on me. This will be my shining hour till I'm with you again. Till I'm with you again. Till I'm with you. Till I'm with you again. Спасибо большое. Немножко животворящего свинга. А сейчас мы сыграем балладу, которая называется «Брига штунка майш». Конечно, босанова. Андрей, спасибо. Chegou, sorriu, vencendo por choro, então foguei. Quem consolou sua tristeza na certeza de que o amor faz as fases mais. É bom para fazer, ou fazes mais. Depois foguei, quem dela precisou, ela então me só. Orei o nosso amor, mostrou que veio pra ficar mais uma vez por toda a vida. O meu mesmo amor em paz, brigas nunca mais. Chegou, sorriu, vencendo depois chorou, então foguei. Quem consolou sua tristeza na certeza de que o amor me faz mais. É bom para fazer, ou fazes mais. Depois foguei. Quem dela precisou, ela então me só. Porém o nosso amor mostrou que veio pra ficar mais uma vez por toda a vida. Bom, é o mesmo amor em paz, brigas nunca mais. Chegou, sorriu, vencendo foi chorou e então foguei. Quem consolou sua tristeza na certeza de que o amor fazes mais. É bom para fazer, ou fazes mais. Depois foguei. Quem dela precisou, ela então me só. Porém o nosso amor mostrou que veio pra ficar mais uma vez por toda a vida. Bem, meu mesmo amor em paz, brigas nunca mais. поставщик интересных мнений, да, вообще? Мы сейчас сыграем вещь, которая называется My Foolish Heart. Это песня 49-го года, которую написал Виктор Янг. Виктор Янг. Я очень люблю, как ее поет Тони Беннет с Биллом Эвансом. Есть прекрасная пластинка дуэтная, просто восхитительная. Но мы решили ее немножечко обосить. The night is like a lovely tune. Beware my foolish heart. How white the ever constant moon. Take care, my foolish heart. There's a line between love and fascination. It's hard to see on an evening such as this. So for they both be the very same sensation when you're locked in the magic of a key. King's lips are much too close to mine. Beware my foolish heart. Won't you? How eager lips combine. The lead, the fire stand warm for this time. It isn't fascination or a dream that will fade and fall apart. This time it's love, my foolish his lips are much too close to mine. Beware my foolish heart. How should our eager lips combine and let the fire start? For this time it is a fascination or a dream that will fade and fall apart. This time it's love, my foolish heart. Спасибо большое.
У нас биса нет, мы вам, наверное, не будем. Видишь, я их раскрутил все.
Ну что?
На бис. Просто у нас нет.
У нас чик-чик.
У вас.
Ну, я знаю, что... Давай. Спасибо вам огромное, что вы сегодня пришли. Очень здорово. Очень здорово. Спасибо большое. Мы сейчас сыграем вещь, которая называется «Чик-ту-чик». Heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak, and I seem to find the happiness I seek when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Heaven, I'm in heaven, and the cares that hang around me through the week seem to vanish like a gambler's like history. Oh, when we are together dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I love to climb a mountain and to reach the highest peak, but it doesn't thrill me how there's much just dancing cheek to cheek. Or I love to go out fishing into a river or a creek, but it doesn't thrill me how there's much just dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, dance with me, I want my arms around you, the charms around you will carry me through heaven. Heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak, and I seem to find the happiness I seek. Oh, when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak, and I seem to find the happiness I seek when we are together dancing tick to tick. Oh, I'm in heaven, I'm so in heaven, and the cares that hang around me through the week seem to vanish like a gambler's lucky streak when we are together dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I'd love to climb a mountain and to reach the highest peak, but it doesn't thrill me out as much as dancing cheek to cheek. And oh, I'd love to go out fishing into River or Creek, but it doesn't thrill me out as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, dance with me, I want my arms around you. The charms around you will carry me through heaven. I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak, and I seem to find the happiness I seek when we're out together, when we are together, when we are together, dancing cheek to cheek. Андрей Рябов. Спасибо вам большое. Спасибо клубу GC. Спасибо, Андрей. Спасибо, Олег, звукорежиссер наш. Спасибо большое.
Олег, да, Олег, на самом спасибо. Если все хорошо звучало, благодарность Олегу.
Большое, да.
Большое, да.
Спасибо, что вы сегодня пришли.